Hey y'all, it's me, Udoka. I have a mental health update. Not that I have done anything different yet, but I wanted to talk about this idea that I don't really see a lot of people talking about on YouTube. So, like I mentioned, I have depression. I've been taking Zoloft for my depression, and it has helped me to not have no longer exist thoughts. And honestly, that's about it. And some mood regulation, okay? I also have attention deficit disorder, and to treat that, I really just take anything I can get my hands on at this point. So if it's Adderall this week, it's Adderall this week. If it's modafinil the next, it's modafinil the next. If it's just coffee today, which today I just took coffee, it's just coffee today, okay? And I had expressed in my videos that the severe issues are gone, meaning I can function on kind of like an every other day basis. Before, I could function maybe twice a month when my depression was very severe, and then it got better and better and better, and now I function like every other day, and I literally plan my life around that. I plan my life knowing that one day I'm going to be super on it, the next day I'm super exhausted and nothing will get done, and I literally plan my life around being effective every other day. And so I've expressed on here that I'm looking for something more. And it's more than just exercise and diet. I have changed my diet tremendously, and I need to get back on the exercise ball. I've been meditating again, and I've been doing a methodology where I actually journal right after I meditate, which is very awesome. Like, I can't believe I haven't been doing that. Like, I need to be doing that from now on. But I still need something more. So I was researching today, and I remembered back when I first saw my really crappy psychiatrist, and she told me I had bipolar disorder. I was like, I do not know. No, I don't know. I don't have that. She's like, yeah, you have bipolar disorder type 2. I was like, So I was doing research, and I remember that was when I learned that there are different types of depression. There's seasonal depression, situational depression, major depressive disorder, which is what I think I really had. There's, bipolar type 1, bipolar type 2, and there is, how do you say it? Dysthymia, I believe. And when I read about dysthymia, I was like, that's interesting. Because major depressive disorder is you've been depressed for 3 to 6 months or longer, something like that. Dysthymia is you've been depressed for 2 years and longer ongoing. And that always caught my attention because, like, I have been depressed for as long as I can remember. Like, I do not remember a time being alive in this body and in this consciousness. I don't remember a time I wasn't depressed. Like, even when I first came, my earliest memories are U.S., okay? When I first came to the U.S., 4 years old, I was depressed as a 4-year-old. I didn't know that was depression when I'm 4, obviously. But as I got older and I think back, yeah, I was 4 years old and depressed, okay? I've been depressed my entire life. So I don't know. Today I got curious about it because now that I'm not having the severe thoughts, I still have in my opinion, I still have depression. And so I clicked the dysthymia. I don't know how to say it, y'all. I clicked it because I'm like, maybe this is what I really have. And maybe, last year things just piled up to make it severe, but I feel like I've had depression for 20 something years straight. Like, just there. And so I started trying to read about different people's experiences with it. I got on Reddit, and there's a whole forum for it. And I always type cure. Let me see the people who think that they've cured themselves. What are they saying? And somebody posted, is there a cure for this? Like, has anybody ever been cured of this? Or we just have this forever? And I personally, I had just come to accept that I'm going to be depressed forever. Like, I just accepted it, and everything has been a means trying to figure out how to be productive in life, knowing that. And somebody put, try IV ketamine. It's not the cure, but it's the damn near closest thing to it. I was like, ketamine? Start Googling, because I had heard of ketamine before. And two things. Way number one, I love watching Vice, and I've seen this Vice episode where the guy takes ketamine for depression. And I was just watching it in passing, and at the time, like, this was like a few years ago, like 4 years ago or something like that. At the time, it was like experimental, and so there's a lot of things that are experimental, like micro LSD, mushrooms. There's these kind of psychedelics that have been in experimental phases of treating mental health. So I didn't see it as something that I can legit do myself. I'm just like, that's cool, that's interesting. And then forgot about it. And then about a year or two ago, this guy that I watched on YouTube, he was talking about ketamine and how, like, he's a drug addict, and he was talking about how a lot of people are trying to use ketamine because it's a safer way to get high than cocaína and those otras cosas, right? So I just never thought about it. But when I saw a Reddit post, I started researching, girl. Found out that there's 4 clinics in my vicinity that be giving IV ketamine. And now there is even a nasal spray. I was like, bitch. And I'm just watching these testimonials, listening to these doctors talk about it, and people give their testimonials and stuff. And I'm just like, okay. So I really, really, really want to try this. In fact, I am 100% determined to make this happen. One way or another. I would prefer to do the IV treatment, but it is $500 to $600 per session, and you need to do at least 6 sessions. So I'll be saving up for that. I want to go to the one that's $600 per session, because I can just tell they're more aggressive. The sooner I can be rid of this gray overlay on my life, the better. So I want to do them, so I'm saving up for them. In the meantime, I am going through the process of being able to get prescribed the nasal spray. The nasal spray is just as, like, you don't get as good a result as the IV, but you do get some results. And there's a whole thing you have to go through, but it's cheaper, okay? Like, maybe I think like $100, $200 a month versus $600 per session. But listen, I'm going to get my hands on some ketamine, y'all, and I will vlog my results and how it goes, because nobody's really, for some reason, people ain't really posting that. So I had to share this discovery, because maybe somebody will be watching this and you didn't know about ketamine, and if you knew about it, you didn't know that it's now legit. Like, it's now kind of FDA approved now. Like, it is FDA approved now. They got the nasal spray. It's FDA approved now. So in case y'all didn't know, to go try it, you know, I'm not your doctor. All I know is I'm going there next week to get my assessment. $250 to get my initial assessment. I'm gonna come up with the money. Let me go put a little hustle in tonight and tomorrow, get my $250, go get my initial assessment, and start my pathway to getting my hands on some ketamine, because it sounds like it could really change my life. It is absolutely worth a try under a doctor's supervision. So I wanted to share that. And guys, God bless and peace out.